We're approaching voting day in the state of Karnataka in the month of May. And in the run-up to the elections, we're seeing a lot of campaigns that are ongoing and election season is in full swing. All three parties, which are the primary parties, which is the Congress, the BJP and the Janata Dal Secular or the JDS, have begun their campaigns across the state and the BJP is banking on the popularity of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as well as former Chief Minister Yediyurappa, who is the tallest Lingayat leader in the state, and also someone who the parties banked on to really convert a lot of elections, even though the tide was going against the party. The Congress, on the other hand, is banking on the popularity of regional leaders such as former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, Congress State President D.K. Shivakumar and as well as the National President Mallikarjun Kharge. It's interesting to see how this election pans out, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Professor Sandeep Shastri, who is a political analyst and national coordinator at Lokniti network. Professor Shastri, it's such a pleasure to have you on Swell today. So in about 5 minutes, I actually wanted to get your reading of the Karnataka election so far. What are the main currents that you're seeing on the ground, and what did you make of the Congress's first list of candidates? And as a follow-up, so I was wondering if you believe that Rahul Gandhi's suspension from the parliament would have any kind of impact on voter sentiment as the state goes into elections. And in addition to that, we'd also be grateful if you could tell us what you make of the BJP strategy in the state. Do you think the popularity of the Prime Minister is well and truly strong enough for the voters to consider that as, a factor enough to go vote in a state election as opposed to a general election? And as well as, the state of play with the JDS and the current situation in the Mandya region. I know these are slightly disparate and separate questions, sir, but if you could maybe give us your summary, that would be fantastic to hear, and I'm really looking forward to hearing you today on Swell.
Thank you for having me on this platform. And the questions you have raised cover a wide range of issues. And let me try and do justice to what you have asked. At the outset, it's important to highlight the fact that in the last 35 years, no party which has been the ruling party has been able to get a majority in the next elections. What the BJP today is attempting to do in Karnataka is to reverse that trend. And what the Congress is attempting to do is to assert the continuation of that trend. So it's extremely tough race in the state. I think the two major players, the BJP and the Congress, are in important ways neck to neck in the campaign. They both have very, very different strategies in this campaign. The BJP seems to be banking on the charisma of its central leadership, principally the Prime Minister and additionally the Home Minister and the National President of the party. It's around the Prime Minister that their whole campaign revolves, with additional support from the Home Minister and the party President. This has been the trend since 2014. So there is nothing exceptional in terms of the central leadership of the BJP leading the campaign. How it's a little different in Karnataka is the party has been in power in the state for 4 years. So as part of your campaign, when you focus on the central government, the central leadership, and do not say enough about the state government and state leadership, it raises a question as to how effective that campaign would be. There have been reports that the Prime Minister did not take the name of the Chief Minister in many of his campaign speeches. So when you are trying to defend your government in the state, would that be a good enough strategy to follow? the BJP has been focusing on double engine government. So is this a double engine government where one engine leads and the other government engine merely follows, is the question. On the other hand, the Congress sees an opportunity to be able to wrest power, and this is one of the few states where there is a possibility of some good news for the Congress. They have played their cards well till now. They have focused on local issues. The collective leadership at this stage seems to be working. Nobody knows how long that would continue. And I think critical will be the distribution of party tickets. And then it would be interesting to see how the factionalism plays out, if at all it plays out. Now, I think the first round of distribution of tickets of the Congress has been to what I would call the non-controversial safe seats. The recent action against Rahul Gandhi, how will it impact the campaign? I think it all depends on the strategy that the Congress adopts in Karnataka. While they have focused on what they would term as the corruption in the state government, would they be able to focus attention also on the whole Adani issue? If they were to make Rahul Gandhi's expulsion the centerpiece of their program, I think it would not work. It can be a side issue, but cannot be the main issue in the campaign. I would see Karnataka getting a clear majority for any one party, and I think the JDS is a distant third in this election. And I think the party which has an advantage is the party which is able to manage its factionalism much better. So clearly different strategy for the Congress, different strategy for the BJP, and Karnataka voter has always had a voice and of their own. So let's see how it pans out in the next few weeks.
Those insights were truly valuable, Professor Shastri. Albeit 5 short minutes, we still have a lot to take away from just hearing you and, hearing a summary of what's going on in the Karnataka elections. As you mentioned, it's a tight race and both parties are going head to head. And there's a lot of days left before voters go to cast their vote. But we really look forward to having you back on Swell to hear your post-election analysis take on Karnataka. Until then, sir, it's been wonderful connecting with you on Swell. Thank you so much again for being so kind and taking time out on such short notice. I look forward to hearing from you once again very soon.